So a few remarks about the homework, and then we have later this afternoon, we have the discussions with the groups. So there, I have seen some strange things. First of all, putting 10 tera in a voltage controlled voltage source might result in convergence errors. Your simulator can take a small step during iterations, and if this small step brings the circuit completely out of an operating range that it can calculate with, then it doesn't converge anymore. So don't do this if it is not necessary. Just use a decent, it helps a lot with conversions and speed if you just use decent values for the gain that is accurate enough. I used 1K and found errors below 1 millivolt for VDS, which is good enough because the tolerance in practice will be much more. So don't care too much about it. Second one is this one. There's no DC path. Actually, SPICE, normal, I would say Berkeley SPICE or other versions of SPICE would give you here an error message, singular matrix, because there's no DC solution possible. There's a floating node. The gate is, there's no DC flowing, it's a capacitor to ground, and this is also a capacitor to ground, so the DC voltage at the gate is undefined. You have to create a bypass pass like I showed you here, this R1. So either you place a resistor from this minus term of E2 to ground. Yeah, that's the best one because that is not drawing any DC current, and because there's no voltage across it, and or you place a resistor across C1, and then you know that you have for very low frequencies a different situation, but very low frequencies we are not interested in. If this converges in LT-SPICE, it is thanks to all kinds of measures that have been taken in LT-SPICE, but that are not explicitly shown in the symbol. And for educational purposes, this is horrible, because you should realize yourself that this is just not good. In practice, you cannot do this. So this is the two things: no conversions, no DC